Hey y'all, my name is Tasia, LaBree, and this is the Dreamer Survivor's Guide podcast, and we are back with the dream star maker herself, Miss Natarsha Garcia.
Hey, I'm back in the house. Listen, we said we were going to do this every Thursday, and we've been consistent. This is our third one. Consistency is the key to the breakthrough.
Yes.
You can't expect anything amazing to happen without being consistent. So I'm glad that we're leading by example by being consistent. And we're taking messy action because it's not perfect yet. But you know, as we grow, we'll have more bells and whistles and you know, they'll hear applauses and maybe an audience and music, more people at the table. You know, but right now we're just doing what we know to do, right?
Don't be afraid to start.
Gotta start. So
I was gonna say, you have a story you want to share with us?
I do. So today is story time, okay? Because I was thinking every week when we come to do this podcast, I try to think about like, what is it that I want to talk about? What is it that I want to share? What do I want the audience to know? The people that are listening and that are really getting something out of this, because I am getting responses from people like, wow, that wrecked me, or that helped me, or that whatever. And so I want to talk today about entrepreneurship. My friend was on her Facebook Live yesterday with her tribe, and she was talking about just being an entrepreneur and eliminating the excuses. And so many people were getting so much from it that I was like, oh, I need to talk about that too. And so I'm going to share a story of mine, because I think that sometimes people think, what, cameraman? What did you say, cameraman? We have a cameraman.
Yeah, we got a cameraman in the back. I ain't know.
Take it down or what? Don't hold it. I can't. The way my head is set up.
Right.
You know, it's on my bun.
Right there.
Yeah, maybe like that. Maybe like that. One side off, one side on. Ooh, that's good.
There we go.
That's good. Okay. All right. So anyway, I want to I don't really have a problem with being transparent. I'm a very transparent person. Sometimes a little bit more than my husband wants me to be. He's like, all right, now, you know, we ain't talking about that, because I just tell everything. But I just think that people can learn from stories, just like in the Bible. You know, we learn from the examples of the people that lived, you know, before us, and what they went through and what they did. And sometimes that gives us faith to go a step further. So I want to talk about my entrepreneurship journey and just a small part of it. When I made a decision to, you know, start the business, I still had a full-time job. So I worked, you know, 8 hours a day, and then in the evening I did AGI. So it was almost like 8 hours at my business and then 8 hours at my job and then 8 hours at AGI. And my husband, he kept saying, you know, you're gonna have to leave your job. You're not gonna be able to do both. And I never really imagined my life without a job. I grew up in a household where I was taught, you know, you go to school, you go to college, you know, you get married, you get, you know, the white picket fence, the whole situation. You can have a dream, but you have a job. You always work. So I never imagined living without a job. Like, I didn't want to be an entrepreneur, and I was a single parent before marrying Craig. And so when Craig was saying, you know, you have to leave your job, I'm like, that's impossible. Like, I would never leave my job. Are you kidding me? Because I made good money. I had health insurance. I had a 401k. You know, all of that stuff. That insurance, the way that insurance is set up, you can go to the doctor anytime you want to. Benefits. Bennies, right?
Yes.
So Craig kept saying, you're going to have to leave your job. You're going to have to leave your job. And so as AGI began to grow, it was almost hard for me to go to work every day, do it in 8 hours, and then do AGI in the evening, and then do AGI on the weekend. And there were days that I would go to work in tears because I was so exhausted and I was tired of work, and I would just be crying. Craig would drop me off at work. I'd cry the whole way. And of course, as a husband, a new husband, he felt horrible. I'm bringing my wife to this job. She hates it. Then I'd go to work on lunch break. I'd get off, go cry some more, go back, finish the day, cry on the way home. I mean, it was horrible. So finally I decided, okay, Craig said, you know, it's time. And I said, okay, I'm going to leave my job. Now, everyone that I knew in my life prior to getting married, everybody I grew up with, all that stuff, you know, they didn't really have an entrepreneur mindset. So for me to call my family and my friends and say that I'm leaving my job, they thought that I lost my mind. They thought that I married the craziest man on the planet. How could he tell you to leave your job? Are you kidding me? You guys are going to be homeless. You guys are going to be this. You guys are going to be that. You're not going to have any medical insurance. You know, what are you going to do when you get older? And I was just like, oh my God. Now, my mom was the only one that didn't really do that, but everyone else did. And I remember us getting our first, it wasn't our first office because we had some small offices, but it was a first office where they were doing basically like demolition for us to set the office up the way we wanted it for our AGI. It was a tanning salon and they were breaking down the walls, and I was sitting outside of the office, you know, seeing all the demolition happen. And I called my son's grandmother, and I ended up speaking with my son's biological father, and they both basically made me feel like I was crazy, that I was leaving my job. And I sat in the front of the building in tears. I was boo-hoo crying, like, did I make a mistake? Oh my God, I'm out here on the limb. I'm trying to start a business. Well, I already had the business, but now I'm full-time in the business. Soon as I left my job, all of the business that I had slowed up. It was busy until I left my job.
Until you left. Wow.
Everybody's like, well, I don't really need lessons this week.
Right. I'm good.
I'll call you in a month. I'm
Like,
like,
now
what?
y'all need me now?
Right. Like, I left my job because I thought you guys needed me.
Right.
So I went from having, you know, a guaranteed paycheck to like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I sat in the car and I cried my eyes out, and then I called my husband. I told him. Of course, he encouraged me. And I'm like, okay, I'm out here now. I'm out here now, and I'm not going to let these people be right. I'm not going to let them be right. When I moved away from Connecticut, I wasn't afraid to leave my home and go to a new place. But the older we get, the more responsibilities we get, the more fear sets in, where it's like, oh my God, can I really do that? And so I say that to say, I had to get creative. I had to use my brain. I had to make it shake. If I didn't make it shake, nothing was happening. My husband had a full-time job. It was up to me to make this business shake. So I had to literally get in my bag, in my brain, and say, okay, what can I do? What discounts can I offer? Who can I reach? Get some business cards. Talk to everyone I went to. Go to schools and talk to them. Go to malls. I had to get creative, because if not, if everything would fall, everything would fall. And so as an entrepreneur, especially in this strike time with my entertainers, my singers, my actors, my dancers, and they're trying to figure it out. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. You're an entrepreneur. Yeah. And without you, it falls.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It falls. Literally today, if I decided, you know what, I'm not thinking anymore at AGI. I'm just going to come in and work with the people that are here. I'm not using my brain anymore. AGI probably would last another 6 months and it would be done.
Yeah, because you're not here.
There's no blood.
Right.
There's nobody pushing in energy into your thing. So I say to my entrepreneurs, what are you doing? What are you doing in this time to say, I'm a brand and I have to be seen in this industry as a brand? I have to show up in the world. So number one, as a dancer, I should always look like a dancer. I should always look like a walking billboard for my craft. Yeah. People should want to know, what do I do? And you always look good. But people want to know, okay, who are you? What do you do? You look interesting. Just walking down the street.
Yeah. People be looking like,
because you just never know what opportunities you're gonna get, right? So that's number one. You have to be a walking billboard. Number two, you gotta think, how can I move the needle? What can I do? Okay, for you, I can do videos every day. I know you do them occasionally.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you be looking.
Oh, I do be looking. Oh, I do be looking. But a disciplined person, somebody who wants something, I'm gonna outwork the room. I'm gonna do what people are not willing to do. So every single day, I'm posting a video. Every single day, I'm disciplining myself. I'm posting a video, because when somebody come to my page, they need to see that I have discipline. That I'm posting every single day, a different outfit, a different dance, a different whatever, different look. Oh my God, this girl is serious, as opposed to the girl that has one every 6 slides.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh yeah, she ain't serious.
I gotta get more serious, but I think I've done better because it used to just be pictures, and then I remember someone telling me, if you're a dancer, your page need to look like you're a dancer. If you're an actress or actor, your page need to look like you're an actor. So I started posting more of my dance videos, and like now on Instagram, you can like pin certain videos or pictures. So I keep like the best videos
Up to the top.
Yeah,
Up to the top. But I'm talking about taking another level. I'm not talking about doing the bare minimum or doing the average.
Yes.
I'm talking about how can I move the envelope?
Right.
What can I do that no one else is doing? I can be disciplined. Because listen, I can't control what's going to come to me, but I can control what I do.
That's true.
What I put out into the earth, I can control that. So I'm no pressure. I'm not saying I need to see a video every day, but I'm saying there's another level that people are playing at that you're not really tapped into yet. As an entrepreneur, this is my business. Yeah, I work, I got a job, but what am I doing on the side to really move the needle, to make people see that I'm not just Tasia the dancer. No, I'm disciplined and I can go all the way. That's okay. So the first thing, what did I say was the first thing? Do you remember? Oh God.
Oh,
here we
don't
go.
do that.
Because ain't nobody writing no notes. Ain't nobody writing no notes.
First thing is say it again. Please say it again. I promise I was listening, y'all.
Walk up into the world. Show in the world.
Be a billboard. Amen.
Be a walking billboard for what it is that you do. My mom used to always tell me to dress for success. Don't dress for where you are, dress for where you want to be. So every day when you walk into the world, people should want to know, what is it that you do? What is it that you do? You look exquisite. You look exotic. You look whatever. What is it that you do? Oh, I'm a dancer. Oh, I can tell. I'm a model. Oh, I can tell. Okay. Now I want to go to your social media. What's your social media? I want to follow you. Because right now, most of the envelopes are being moved by social media. Not a lot of people are bringing people in to interview, and your resume and headshot aren't even as attractive as your social media. So I want to see what your social media is. So when I go to social media, I should see maybe 12, 15 slides back to back to back. You busting 12, 15 different moves. Whoa, this girl is serious. That's number 2.
Yes, and I'm taking notes.
You need to take notes. Number 3 is mindset. What am I saying to myself? What am I saying to myself every day? Am I calling myself the dancer that I see? Do I say I'm going to be on stages? Do I say I see myself on stages? Do I say I'm ready? I'm waiting for the opportunity to come because I'm ready, I'm prepared. Opportunity plus preparation equals success. So let's go, let's go, let's go. Or am I saying one day I really want to do this? Hopefully one day that'll happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's a different mindset. The mindset of I'm ready right now. This is my life. I'm just waiting on the opportunity. Right now, you walk in here and say dance, I can show you 7 dances back to back to back because I'm ready to go. Let's go. What is it?
I gotta
if I'm only at one dance, like, okay, here you go. Oh, you want another one? I'll see you next week.
Right. So I'll freestyle in front of y'all.
No, I don't want freestyle. I want choreographed dance so I can see that you're prepared. So that's number 3. My mindset, being ready to go, but not just with my words, but my work ethic. Number 4 is outwork the room. Outwork the room. The day you think you don't need help is the day you lost it. Everyone needs somebody to lift them up. Everyone needs somebody to challenge them. Everyone needs somebody to hold them accountable. Everyone needs somebody to take them to the next level. And without that person, you're stuck.
Yeah.
And you wake up one day and realize I'm still in 1980. Wait a minute, this is 20. When people ask me to sing, I go back to Whitney Houston. Wait a minute, girl, Whitney Houston ain't even here no more. What you doing? Now it's okay to sing Whitney Houston, but do you know any of the songs on radio now? No, because why? I'm stuck in another decade.
Yeah, right. Understood.
Because I'm not challenging myself to what's happening right here, right now.
Staying current.
Staying current. Staying relevant. Staying with the times. With the times. So the story ends this way. I did not quit. I did not bend. No, I did bend.
But you ain't break.
But I didn't break.
Come on.
I was leaning. Like those things. Like those floating things. I was all over the place. I was leaning and I was thinking, I'm not going to make this. I'm not going to make this. What happens if I fail? You know, and failing isn't the worst thing if you're failing forward. If you fail, then you know that didn't work, so I got to try something else. Don't be afraid to fail. But I was afraid to fail in the beginning. Now I fail all the time. I fail at things all the time. I don't really broadcast what I fail at, but if I start something and it doesn't work, or I don't complete it or whatever, that's a fail. But then I start back again. It's like I'm never going to give up on myself, even though it's easy to give up on yourself. It's not easy to give up on people for me. I don't give up on people, but I'll give up on myself. But the same way that I would run into a burning building to save someone else, I want to ask my listeners today, would you run in a burning building to save yourself?
Ooh.
Or would you say, you know what? I'm going to go see my maker. It's too hard to get out of here, so I'm just going to let it burn up. You'll run in the building to save your children. You'll run in the building to save your friend. You'll run in the building to save your animal. But will you run in the building to save yourself? And before, maybe 3 years ago, I wouldn't run in the building to save myself. Because when you are a giver and when you help people, sometimes you can have people on your mind more so than you do yourself. And that's a disservice to yourself, because we have to be blessed to be a blessing. I can't be a blessing out of an empty cup. So the first thing is, they tell you on the airplane, take the oxygen, put it on yourself first, then help the person next to you. So I want to ask, would you run in the building to save yourself? And if the answer is no, then we got to do some inside work. We got to figure out, like, come on, girl, come on. Get out of here. To yourself. Come on. All right, come on. You're not coming? All right, bye. See you later.
Right.
You know? And so I have made a decision in my life now that I'll run in a burning building to save myself.
That's good. That's great.
And get myself out, help myself before I can help others. Speaking of helping others, you had some homework to do.
I did.
I want to hear about this, you know, these questions that I asked that were very deep.
Oh, Lord.
And I hope our listeners have done it as well, but we're going to start with Tasia.
Right. Y'all should call in and give y'all answers.
Yeah, you got to call in, give your answers, inbox us, DM us, call the office, ask questions so that we know each week what you guys want to hear about. But let's hear Tasia's answers, and hopefully this will help you guys dream a little bit bigger.
So I'm going to try to go through them quick because I was just typing it. But the first question you asked was, what do I want to have? Okay, I said that I want to have passive income. I want to find a mentor that's like an expert in investments.
Ooh.
Like, I want to learn how to invest, because in our community we're not taught that, so we have to figure out and find people with those type of resources for you to be able to.
Right.
So that's something. I said I want to have a successful career. And that could look different for anyone. For me, is being able to pay all my bills without anxiety or stress, and doing what I love to do, but getting paid for it, and also longevity. Like, I don't want to be here for a hot second and then just be gone.
Right.
What happened to that dancer Tasia? She used to. What happened back in the day? No, I want you to still know who I am.
Right. That's good.
What do I want to see? I want to see my family happier. I want to be able to take care of them so that they're happier. Simple.
Nice.
I want to see myself being my full self unapologetically in any room. Any room. Because, you know, sometimes we can like code ourselves depending who we're with.
We edit ourselves.
And sometimes it's necessary, just a little bit, but don't like completely change who you are.
Or melt into the wall.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Let me see. Oh, I also said I want to see myself on stages like TED Talk. Like, I want to be like a
motivational speaker.
Yes, but like specifically, I mean, it could be other things, but I want to start off talking about like drug and addiction awareness.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to be able to do that. Specifically, my father passed away last year due to addiction, and I want to like bring awareness to it. Specifically, opioid addiction, because I don't think we all talk about it enough. But they're starting to post things like on Netflix and things like that.
So on a quick pause, right, I got a call from someone, I won't say who on the air here, but I got a call from a friend who got a new job working in she's a counselor, and she's working with kids with drug addiction.
Really?
And she wants AGI to come out. Yes, so you may need to speak.
I might.
Yes, so those, she said the kids are off the chain.
Really?
Inner city kids. Don't really want to hear it. They'll be looking at you like, get out of here, or whatever. But she thought like the arts and stuff would help them open up.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to figure out who I was going to take with me. And it sounds like you may have some information to share.
For sure.
And see, I would have never known that.
Never known if I never
If you never, right.
Wow.
So yeah, we got something we could do there. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead.
Okay. Then I said I want to see the world. So what do I want to experience? I want to experience being in big rooms and feeling like I belong. Not fitting in, but just knowing that God sent me there instead of like pulling myself back in certain rooms. I'm working on it. I've been a lot better. Like a few years ago, I was a little different. I also want to experience consistent prayer life. And what do I want to do? There was a few questions. Okay, these last two ones. What do I want to do? I want to take classes consistently. I want to post consistently. I think I need somebody to help me with that though.
Okay.
And then I also want to act in theater and film. I want to work on that more. I do dance, but I want to like get into the acting side too. And last one is, where do I want to go? I would like to go to Sierra Leone to get my dual citizenship.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took an African ancestry test.
Okay.
Not ancestry, but African ancestry.
And is your family from? Wow.
Well, like, yeah, it traced back to Sierra Leone and Liberia and Guinea-Bissau.
Wow.
So Sierra Leone, you can actually get dual citizenship.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that all?
Yeah, pretty much. I also said I want to go to Tokyo, but yeah, it's just like.
So I think this needs to be in a journal. I think you need to write it and not just type it. I think you need to post it somewhere so that now everything kind of moves in that direction. So as people begin to ask you what to do, or can you come do this, can you do this, you can make sure that it lines up with where you want to go.
Right, because then you know.
Yeah, then it's like, well, no, that doesn't really serve me. Like, I want to help out, but I want to help out in the areas that I'm speaking to, so that you don't get caught off, because distractions can come in helping folks.
Right.
And sometimes you get so distracted that you forget what you're supposed to be doing. So that's important, and you got to put it somewhere where people can see it, because again, we talked about write the vision, make it plain, so those who read it can run with it. So just like you said to me, I'm like, oh, I have an opportunity. These are kids with substance abuse. Oh my God. I would have never known that. But there's more people in your life that won't know if you don't write the vision and make it plain.
That's so true. Also want to tour one day if I can. That's it.
Write it down.
Right,
make it plain so that you can now start moving in that direction.
Yes.
And you'll see how, I don't like to say the universe, I'll say the angels.
Yes.
God has angels assigned to us that will help bring those things to pass once we make them super plain.
Yes.
All right. So back to entrepreneurs really quick. Listen, you got to make it shake. You got to do what needs to be done. No excuses. If it doesn't happen, no, that's not a word I want to say. It won't happen if you don't do it. So you have to do it. You have to pump blood into it. You can't sit back and try to figure out what's going on. Why isn't it working? What's happening? You got to pivot. You got to pivot. Make a different decision. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, how can you put yourself in the water where you need God's assistance? Make sure you put yourself in the water where you need God's help. Because if you sit on the sidelines, then God doesn't have to help you, because you live in your life comfortable. So if you want to be about this entrepreneur life, you got to put yourself out there. One of my friends told me, balls to the wall. Nobody likes me to say that, but it's true. She said, you got to get your balls to the wall.
Period.
Whenever I put my balls to, I don't have balls, but whenever I go to the wall, whenever I push myself to the wall, God always shows up. So I think we're going to end on the note of push yourself to the wall.
Push yourself to the wall.
Push your balls to the wall.
To the window. To the wall.
All right, Tasia, can you take us out, please?
Yes, all right. So make sure you tune in every week on. We're gonna post every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, tune in. Also, those who will post on social media, do not care about the likes. Don't worry about that. Just post, okay?
That's just post.
And y'all have a nice day. Be blessed.
Be blessed. We'll see you next week. Same time, same station.
Same station.
Okay.